Stop right now, beloved one, because what I am about to reveal is not ordinary, and if you skip even a single moment of this message, you may miss something that was divinely aligned for your life long before this day ever arrived. Just minutes ago in the courts of heaven, something unusual happened. Your name was spoken in a place where earthly names are rarely mentioned, and when your name echoed through eternity, every angel in that room became silent because a decision concerning your future had just been made. This was not random. This was not emotional motivation. This was a heavenly interruption designed specifically for you. And what makes this even more shocking is that there were thousands of people scrolling at this exact moment, yet somehow you stopped here. You clicked here. You are hearing this now, and that is because heaven has been trying to get your attention for weeks, but distractions kept pulling you away. Today that ends because what is coming next will explain why your life has felt like one long battle, why doors kept closing at the last second, why people you trusted suddenly betrayed you, and why you have cried tears nobody knows about. Stay with me because before this message ends, you will understand why everything happened the way it did, and why your season is suddenly shifting right now. Last night, while you were sleeping, heaven was moving in ways your human eyes could never understand. Your guardian angel stood before the throne carrying records of every prayer you whispered in secret, every tear that fell onto your pillow, every night you stayed awake asking God why life became so heavy, and something unexpected happened. Your angel refused to leave until your case was reviewed immediately. They presented evidence of your suffering. They spoke about your faithfulness, even when your heart was breaking. They showed moments where you smiled publicly, while silently falling apart privately, and when heaven saw that you were close to giving up, a divine order was released. Michael was summoned for an urgent assignment concerning your future. Yes, the same warrior angel known for destroying impossible battles was given instructions connected to your life, because what has delayed you for years has reached its expiration date, and what looked permanent is about to collapse faster than anyone expects. You have been carrying pain nobody understands. People see your smile, but they do not hear the silent screams in your heart. They do not know how many times you locked yourself in a room just to cry where nobody could see you. They do not know about the betrayal that changed how you trust people. They do not know about the financial pressure that kept you awake at night. They do not know how many opportunities slipped through your hands at the last moment. And they definitely do not know how exhausted your soul has become. There were moments when you prayed, but felt unheard. Moments when you watched others receive blessings while wondering if heaven forgot your address, and there were nights when quitting felt easier than believing again. But what you thought was abandonment was actually preparation, because heaven was building something bigger than what you requested, and your story was never meant to end in pain. Listen carefully, because this part changes everything. The enemy believed if they delayed you long enough, you would eventually surrender your purpose. That is why confusion attacked your mind. That is why unexpected losses happened. That is why relationships collapsed. And that is why opportunities disappeared right before breakthrough. This was not coincidence. This was warfare. But what your enemy failed to understand is that your survival alone proves there is greatness attached to your future. Ordinary people do not face extraordinary resistance. And the fact that you are still standing after everything you survived proves heaven has protected you more times than you realize. There were accidents you never entered, disasters you were removed from, and betrayals God exposed before they completely destroyed you. What felt like delay was often divine protection, and soon you will see why certain doors needed to close. And what I am about to tell you next may shock you completely within the next 72 hours. You will begin seeing signs that this message was real. Your first confirmation may arrive through finances, unexpected money, delayed payments, forgotten refunds, debt relief, or opportunities that suddenly appear out of nowhere. What looked impossible financially may begin shifting quickly. Your second confirmation will involve someone from your past, reaching out unexpectedly. Someone you have not heard from in a very long time may return carrying information, closure, opportunity, or restoration. Your third confirmation will come through dreams. Pay attention to unusual dreams involving doors, houses, pathways, or bright lights, because heaven may be showing you what is leaving your life and what is entering next. Do not ignore these signs, because they are connected to your next chapter, and hear this carefully before you leave. There was a night when you almost gave up completely. You remember it clearly. Maybe nobody else knows about it, but heaven remembers everything. Heaven remembers the tears, the shaking hands, the silent breakdown, the moment you asked if life would ever change, and while you thought nobody heard you, God was. Recording every word, every tear became evidence, every prayer became seed, and every painful season became preparation for the moment you are entering now. The enemy thought your story would end in frustration, but your greatest testimony is being written from your deepest pain, and soon people who ignored your struggle will witness your restoration. They will ask how your life changed so suddenly, and your answer will be simple: God never forgot me. Something powerful is happening even as you hear these words right now. Chains are breaking that you cannot physically see. Spiritual battles are being fought in your favor. Obstacles are being removed from your future, and paths that seemed permanently blocked are being cleared. Imagine walking on a road full of sharp stones, and suddenly someone powerful arrives ahead of you, removing every obstacle before you take another step. That is what heaven is doing for you right now. What seemed delayed is being accelerated. What seemed dead is being revived, and what looked impossible is becoming possible faster than expected. If your chest feels heavy while hearing this, if your emotions are stirring, if something inside you feels awakened, pay attention, because your spirit recognizes when heaven is near, and this moment may become the turning point you remember forever. But do not celebrate too early, because there is something else you must understand. When blessings begin arriving, not everyone around you will celebrate your growth. Some people were comfortable when you were struggling because your pain made them feel superior. Some secretly expected your failure. Some smiled publicly while privately doubting you. But when your breakthrough becomes visible, their opinions will not matter anymore, because what God is preparing cannot be blocked by human jealousy, false accusations, gossip, or betrayal. Your name is being restored, your reputation is being healed, and doors once locked by people are now being opened. Directly by divine power, what people denied you, heaven is about to replace with something far greater. And when it happens, nobody will be able to take credit for it, except God. Your family will feel this breakthrough too. This is not just about you receiving blessings. This is generational. Your future children may benefit from prayers you are praying right now. Your household may experience peace it has not felt in years. Broken relationships may begin healing, and financial burdens that haunted your family line may finally be broken. What stopped previous generations may stop with you, because someone had to fight spiritually for a different future, and heaven chose you for that assignment. Your tears were not weakness. They were warfare. Your prayers were not ignored. They were building something eternal, and very soon your household may look completely different than it does today. And before this message ends, remember this truth: your waiting season is ending. You're silent. Suffering has been noticed. Your prayers were never wasted, and what is coming next may happen so suddenly that people around you will struggle to understand it. Opportunities may open quickly, healing may arrive unexpectedly, restoration may happen without warning, and blessings may flow from places you never expected. This is only the beginning of what heaven has prepared for you. Stay alert, because what happens next may completely transform your story, and what I reveal next is even more shocking than everything you have heard so far. Before you hear what happens next, understand this clearly. What I am about to reveal was hidden from you for a reason, because if heaven had shown you earlier how massive your future truly was, you might have become overwhelmed by the pressure of getting there, and if your enemies had seen what was waiting for you, they would have fought even harder to stop you. That is why certain blessings were delayed, certain doors remained closed, and certain people disappeared from your life without explanation. God was protecting the promise before the promise could fully manifest, and now the season of secrecy is ending, because what has been hidden in the spiritual realm is beginning to enter your physical reality, and when this shift begins, it will happen so quickly that you may struggle to process how dramatically your life can change in such a short period of time. Stay focused, because the next part of this story explains why your greatest breakthrough always arrives after your greatest breaking point. There was a battle happening around your life that you never saw. While you were trying to survive daily struggles, spiritual forces were attempting to delay your assignment. Every time you moved closer to purpose, resistance increased. Every time you prayed harder, distractions intensified. Every time you tried to rebuild your confidence, something unexpected happened to shake your faith. But heaven never stopped fighting for you. There were angels protecting you in situations you thought were luck. There were conversations happening behind closed doors where your name was defended. There were opportunities preserved for your future that others tried to steal. And there were moments when disaster should have reached your home, but divine protection blocked it before it touched you. What you called coincidence was often supernatural intervention, and one day you will realize how many unseen battles were won simply so you could still be alive for this exact moment. Do you remember the people who walked away from your life when you needed them most? Remember how painful that abandonment felt. Remember how you questioned your own worth because they left without explanation. What you did not know was that some of those exits were divine removals. Not every relationship was meant to survive your next season. Some people were assignments, not lifelong connections. Some were distractions disguised as comfort, and others secretly carried jealousy that would have poisoned your growth if they stayed longer. God removed certain individuals because where you are going requires loyalty, wisdom, and protection, and very soon you will meet people who carry genuine opportunities, real support, and authentic connections. The loneliness you felt was temporary preparation for healthier relationships that align with your future. And here is where things become shocking. Many of you are about to receive a financial shift that will leave you speechless. This may not always appear as instant millions. Sometimes miracles arrive through strategic opportunities, debt cancellation, unexpected contracts, business ideas, promotions, property breakthroughs, or resources arriving at the exact moment you need them. What matters is that financial pressure will no longer control your emotions the way it once did. The same God who carried you through seasons of barely surviving is preparing you for seasons of overflow. And when abundance begins flowing, remember the nights you cried over bills, remember the moments you felt embarrassed asking for help, and remember how God provided even when things looked impossible, because your testimony will inspire people who are currently facing what you once survived. And while financial breakthrough is coming, emotional healing is also being released over your life. Some of you have carried trauma for years while pretending everything is fine. You learned how to laugh while hurting, how to function while exhausted, and how to appear strong while silently breaking inside. But God is healing wounds you stopped talking about long ago. Betrayal trauma, childhood pain, broken trust, grief, regret, and disappointment are being addressed in this season. Healing may not always happen instantly, but your heart is being rebuilt in a way that allows you to trust again, love again, and dream again without fear controlling every decision. And when that healing becomes complete, you will realize that peace is far more valuable than revenge against people who hurt you. Pay close attention to unusual conversations over the next few days, because someone may contact you unexpectedly with information that changes everything. This could be an old friend, former employer, family member, business contact, or someone you completely forgot about. They may carry an opportunity, apology, invitation, or solution connected to your next chapter. Do not dismiss strange timing, because heaven often uses ordinary people to deliver extraordinary breakthroughs, and sometimes what feels random is actually a carefully arranged divine appointment. Remain open, remain alert, and do not allow fear to make you reject opportunities simply because they arrive in unexpected ways. And there is something even deeper. Your purpose is becoming clearer. Many of you spent years feeling lost because your calling was hidden beneath survival mode. When life becomes overwhelming, purpose often feels distant, but now clarity is returning. Gifts you ignored may suddenly become profitable. Talents you dismissed may create opportunities. Passions you buried may reopen doors you thought were permanently shut. Some of you are called to lead. Some are called to create businesses. Some are called to heal others emotionally. And some are called to inspire through your testimony. What looked like wasted years were actually training years, and nothing you survived will be wasted in your future assignment. When your breakthrough becomes visible, people who doubted you may suddenly change their attitude. Some who ignored your messages may suddenly call you. Some who mocked your faith may act supportive, and some who underestimated you may try reconnecting once they see evidence of your growth. Stay humble but stay wise. Not everyone deserves access to your new season. Boundaries are part of spiritual maturity. Forgiveness does not always require renewed access, and protecting your peace may become one of the most important decisions you make moving forward. God is elevating you, but wisdom must protect what favor provides. Your household is also entering transformation. Some of you have prayed for family healing for years. Strained relationships may begin improving. Generational struggles may finally end. Addictions may break. Communication may improve. And peace may enter homes that have known chaos for far too long. Your prayers are impacting people you may not even realize. Children may benefit from sacrifices you made. Future generations may avoid battles because you chose faith during your hardest season. What you are building is bigger than your individual success. This is legacy, and heaven is deeply invested in what flows through your bloodline after you. And now hear this final truth carefully. Your life is about to become undeniable evidence that delayed promises are still promises fulfilled. The same people who watched you struggle may soon watch you rise. The same places where you experienced rejection may witness your victory. And the same story that nearly broke you may become the testimony that heals others. Do not fear rapid change, because you prayed for this season, even when you lacked words to explain it. Your waiting season has ended, your restoration season has begun, and what happens next may arrive faster than you imagine. Doors are opening, healing is flowing, favor is moving, and your story is stepping into a chapter so powerful that even you will look back and say, only God could have done this, and this time, nothing will stop what heaven has already decided is yours.